Have you ever been in a crowded room and still felt completely alone? Yeah, it's possible. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, hi guys, my name is Thalia, and we're going to go through my book. It's available on my storefront. And question number one says, do you enjoy being alone? So, that's what we're going to talk about today. There is a difference between being alone and being lonely. And so I think people sometimes get it mixed up, being alone and being lonely. So I looked up the definition for lonely in Google because I wanted to see what Google had to say about it. And it said sad because of no friends or company, solitary. And I say Google is wrong. I don't think that's the definition. And yeah, I am challenging them. And you can let them know. You can tell Google, Webster, whoever, give me a call and I'll let them know the real definition of lonely. I think the real definition of lonely is not feeling connected, a lack of connection. And that is how you can be in a room with all kind of people and still feel lonely. It's because you don't have a connection. So it's that connection that makes that you have that feeling or lack of, right? It's not the people around. That's how you can have people surrounded by all these people and you're like, oh, well, why should they feel lonely? Because they don't have a connection with any of them. It's not just about the people, okay? So there is a difference between being alone and being lonely. And I don't feel lonely, and I haven't felt lonely in quite a while, but it's because I have a higher connection. I have a connection with God, and that's what takes away my feeling of lonely, okay? So that is the difference between being alone and lonely. Now, the question said, do I enjoy being alone though? So do you enjoy being alone? Let me ask you, do you enjoy being alone? Okay, so if you said yes, that's great. So we can move to question number two with you, right? So if you said no, that's a problem. And so we're going to pause. We're going to leave you right here because what I want to say to you is you are not ready to be dating. If you are not at a place where you can say, I enjoy being alone, and I'm saying not even, oh, I'm content with, or I can tolerate. No. Enjoy being alone, then you're not ready to date. And I don't even think it's fair if you don't even enjoy spending time with you. Well, how are you expecting someone else to enjoy spending time with you? Right? I mean, really think about that, right? So, and I know you probably don't like that, and you're like, that's fine. Just put in the comments. We all need a period of time to be alone. I'm just looking at my notes. And that is so true. I see so many people just jumping from person to person. There is no way that you dealt with the things that you needed to deal with after a breakup, that you went inside, thought about what you did, what they did, how you could do it better next time, and really just dealt with those things in 2 days. Like, be for real. Like, that is a red flag. Oh, sorry, my hair's still wet. That is a red flag times 100 for someone who's jumping from person to person. That means they are not dealing with their emotions. They have not, if you don't pause and really just give yourself time to deal with things, that is a red flag. Do not date anyone who is just jumping from person to person. That is an unhealed person, and there's just a ton of baggage that you don't see and you really don't want to be a part of. Okay? There's people that are running around looking for, happiness in other people. And if you weren't able to make yourself happy, but you think someone else is going to do it, you don't even know how to get to happy. You haven't even figured out. You don't even know what you look like happy. You don't even know what happiness looks like on you because you haven't figured it out yet, but you're putting the responsibility of that onto someone else. Yeah, no, that doesn't even make sense, right? So I'm just looking at my notes. Learn to enjoy your own company. Learn to like yourself, not just love yourself. Yeah? Like yourself. And some people don't like themselves. And that's sad. It's not the end. Doesn't mean it's over. It just means let's figure out why. Why don't I like being with myself? Like, say, sit there and think and just stop and say, why don't I enjoy being alone? Like, I can do what I want. I can say what I want. I can eat what I want. Like, that should be fun, right? It should be. So why don't, is it because when you're alone, all the thoughts of something else is coming up and you're trying to drown those out? That's why you like to keep people around? Then guess what? You need to think of those thoughts and you need to deal with those thoughts so they can stop coming around. The way you deal with things, you have to deal with them head on. You're not going to be able to run from things. You can't run from, you can, but you'll be running forever. Like there's like not a destination when you're running from things. You're just going around in a circle. Like, so if you want something to stop chasing you, stop running. Like for real. It'll stop chasing you. It will catch you. You will deal with it and it'll be over. And you won't have to deal with it again. Right? And then you don't have to keep running. Yeah. All right. So that was fun. Do I enjoy being alone? Let's see. What other points did I want to say on this one? Sorry. I'll read you this quote at the bottom. It says, the moment that you find peace in being alone, the universe knows that it can trust you with someone else. Ooh, that's good. That's a good quote. What? That girl be writing. No. That's a good quote. Wow. So if this is a challenge for you, then I'm going to say start spending at least 30 minutes of your day alone and not sleeping, but just alone. Like, and I know it's kind of hard when you have family. My kids keep, I get it. So, but you have to do this for you. So just say, if it's in the morning, at night, whenever you can do it, but take 30 minutes and just be alone and see what that feels like. And just sit with yourself. Just start doing that. Sit with yourself. Let me know how it goes. All right. That was question number 1. Next video, we'll do question number 2. All right. Carry on.